What's going on, everyone? I'm here with David McMillian. We just recorded a couple episodes of the podcast. We had a lot of fun doing that. David's really big on LinkedIn, and he runs a big sales and marketing team. So we talked all about that and lead gen and how he uses LinkedIn, all that fun stuff. And I just wanted to bring him on for a casual conversation here. David, what's up, man?
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How's things going your way? I mean, I know you're in quarantine, just like all of us at this time. But how have you continued to do what you do, not being able to really like leave and go out and about?
Oh my gosh. Well, a lot of walks, bike rides occasionally when it's not raining in Houston. So it's tough. It's tough being locked in, but
Yeah.
it's for the and look. You know what? We're doing a service to those by being at the home.
Well, it's good that you did a lot of your business activity on LinkedIn before this, so you can kind of continue that, right? That doesn't have to
You know
stop.
what? I've actually shot a couple of videos outside. And it's my first time doing that actually. So it was an experience, but it was nice. It was pretty hot out here. Houston, it's already what, 86 degrees, 90 at times. So yeah.
Let me ask you this question because this is something I was thinking about, especially with guys like us who get into the sales space, or we have our own things or whatever. When you were a kid growing up, what did you want to be when you
Police
grew up?
officer.
You wanted to be a
Police
police
officer.
officer.
Oh yes.
Why is
100%.
that?
I always was fascinated with, them with the lights and siren and being able to, I don't know. It was just, catching the bad guys and wearing the badge and the handcuffs and all that stuff. It was just, something I've always wanted to be.
So, what kept you from going into criminal justice?
Well, my mom was always in sales. So I saw her, she was one of the best at what she did in sales. And I got into it, after college. I was like, well, what do I really want to do? I got this marketing degree and I learned a lot. I enjoyed every bit of getting that degree because you learn so much about marketing, how to gain people interested in products and so forth. And that sort of piqued my interest. And then I ended up going and getting a job at BMC Software. And since then, I've been in software sales.
Do you feel like now doing this and doing what you do at the high level that you do it at, is this what you were meant to do?
Absolutely. I love dealing with people. I could never live in a small town, and because I just like being with people. I like going out and just having millions of people around me. So being in sales is all about relationships. It's all about meeting different folks from all over the world and establishing relationships. And this is the perfect job to do that.
When you get up in the morning, what are you typically the most excited about?
Well, who am I going to connect with next, and how am I going to, first, drive interest to evaluate our products, but also beyond selling, it's also who can I help better, and who can I help motivate, who can I mentor, who might be struggling in sales, who might have challenges and need, a little boost, because sales is very tough. It's not an easy job. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of rejection, and not everybody is built to withstand that. So if I can help maybe alter something they're doing that might benefit them in this career, I think I'm doing a great service. And it actually builds joy that I can do that.
Absolutely. And, one of the things I say, I'm just going to bring this up. I want to hear your take on this because I want to know if I'm alone or if I'm not alone in this. When I wake up in the morning, I'm excited to do what I do because I choose to do this and I love it. And I feel like this is what I'm meant to be doing for sure. I mean, I know that. But I'll look at my calendar and when it's really busy, it kind of gives me a little bit of, I'm like, oh, I have to do this and this and this. But then when I actually do it, I'm like excited and happy and love doing it. It's just like the thought of it is worse than actually doing it. Do you have that same feeling from time to time?
Sometimes, yeah,
Yeah.
it can be overwhelming, but once you're actually in the action, in the fire, it's rewarding, and there's nothing else I'd rather be doing. So.
Yeah. I talked to someone a couple of weeks ago, and same type of person. He's like, yeah, I get up in the morning, I look at my phone and I'm like, and I pull up my calendar. I'm like, I get to do this and I get to do this and I get to do this. And I'm like, I've never been there. I've been looking at it like, okay, I have to do this, 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 and this. Okay. And then I organize things. But then when I get into it, I'm like, yes, I get to do this. I'm happy doing this. But it's like, you don't look forward to it. You just enjoy it when you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm a morning person, so I wake up, and yeah, it can be daunting, but for the most part, once I'm in the office, I'm excited. So, there's nothing more rewarding when someone wants to take a meeting or is interested in evaluating a product. That really just gets you pumped for the rest of the day. To be honest,
I
it's
think you
adrenaline.
just I think you just figured it out because I'm not a morning person. I'm an evening person. So I know I'm always sitting in the evening like, man, I wish I had this, this, and this. And I look at my calendar for the next day and I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. I get to do that, that, and that. Then when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, probably because I'm tired.
Well, how about this? I have to say there is a cup of coffee involved when I wake up.
Yeah.
Without that, I mean, that is a booster. No
Yeah.
doubt about it.
Yeah. And I always find like in the middle of the day when you're like in the midst of it, it's always the most exciting. I mean, at least for
Of
me, because you're in it, right?
course, you're in the trenches.
Yeah. What excites you like in the middle of your day when you're in the trenches? What is it that you absolutely can't wait to do?
Wow, that's a good question. I mean, honestly, just going through the sales cycle, figuring out, who's my next prospect I'm going to be learning about, reaching out to people, because I get messages too of people wanting advice sometimes, and that too is just motivational for me to keep doing what I'm doing because when people are reaching out to you for help, that means you're doing something right and you're doing something right in return by bettering their outcome.
10 years ago, if someone would have came to you and showed you a video of your life exactly how it is today, what would you have said?
Wow, I cannot believe it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
because I mean, there's sales is not for everybody. There was a point in my career, my beginning of me being in sales, that I was questioning whether or not this was the right fit for me. Because it wasn't easy, getting rejected all the time, and again, as I mentioned before, cold calling wasn't a strength of mine, right? And I was scared, I was intimidated, there was pressure to have results, and at times, there were quarters where the results weren't there, right? Um, and even later, because I mean, their sales is evolving sometimes, right? Even as you get further into your career, there's going to be challenges where, okay, am I in the right place? So I was questioning whether or not this would be my career path at one point, but through it all, I found ways to overcome the challenges and found things that work best for me in this career path that I've chosen, and it's been beneficial. But there's challenges in any career you're in, right? There's going to be things that work and things that don't work that are going to make you question whether or not you're making the right decisions, but you have to believe in something to get you through.
When the results weren't there in those instances, what kept you going?
Well, good teammates, people in the organization being mentors, people, encouraging you. Having a good corporate culture, I feel like, is important. Working with good people who maybe are more experienced than you that give you that boost of confidence is important. And I was blessed in every organization, even here where I'm at Advanced Applications, to have people that really care for you and your success. Having that throughout your career is the only way to get by, because there are going to be times, it's inevitable that you're going to have challenges that are going to just really test your morale, your comeback capability, and having those folks to uplift you during those times, it's so important to get by.
Well, David, thank you so much for doing the podcast. We did a couple of those episodes. I can't wait for those to go live, and for sticking around to have this casual conversation. This was a lot of fun learning about you and,
Thank you.
just everything that you've accomplished in your career. Is there anything you want to leave people with?
Yeah, I mean, look, just as you're going through your career, make sure that you believe in yourself and surround yourself with people that care for you and want your best in any position you're in. And also be there for your family and friends, because they will get you through the rough patches that are inevitable in any career that you choose. Because not everything is a straight line. People get the misconception that life is a straight line and everything. It doesn't work that way. There are going to be challenges and there are going to be setbacks, and it's character, surroundings, and belief in yourself that get you through those.
Absolutely. Great advice. And I want to remind people, if you're not watching this on LinkedIn, connect with David on LinkedIn, because that's where he is most often. That's where he's very accessible, and you can have a conversation with him there. He's very much into conversations and relationships, much like I am. So if you're watching this on LinkedIn, he's tagged here. You can connect with him there. If you're on a different platform, go over to LinkedIn, connect with him. David, thank you so much, and let's do it again
Thank
soon, my
you.
friend.
Take care. Bye-bye.